Hello everybody, it is me, 𝐈𝐓'𝐒, and thank you so much for clicking on my video. So you might notice that I'm looking extra homey, extra comfy today. But not too comfy, right? Because I still got my lipstick, I still got my eyebrows, right? I ain't getting ready for bed just yet. Don't trust anybody who you see going to sleep with lipstick and eyebrows done and all that shit. Don't trust them. But anyways, that's not the point of this video. Yeah, so in this video, I'm going to be walking you through how I prepare the week before, the night before, and I'll also see y'all in the morning as I go through my interview process, and you can see a little behind the scenes stuff. You can't see the actual interview because that's not allowed, but I'll show you how I get ready and like my routine in that way. And we're going to wrap up this video with a bit of a reflection because these are long interview days. So it's really important to really just take a moment and reflect on the experience as a whole. And I'm even going to give y'all a little tidbit of what I personally look for when I go on these interview days. So let's begin this conversation with how you first start your interview preparation. Time to prepare, I like to take at least the week before the interview, and I go through every single email that the school has sent me, right? And I put all of the emails from one school in a separate folder that I can refer to with just that school's emails. I make sure that I have all of the dates right, all of the times right, and I'm making sure that I know exactly what's going to be happening. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to wait until the day before your interview to start looking at all of the emails that they send you. And I've been to a few different interviews where they have events throughout the week that are optional, but are they really optional? This is medical school. They're not always optional. Even though they say they're optional, you should show up. Now when we start moving closer to the interview, and now we're talking the day before the interview, this is where I start the bulk of my interview preparation. We applied to these schools because we're interested in them in the first place, but now it's time to really know that school like the back of your hands, right? You're really going to get into the down and gritty with the school. And I would suggest sometimes they send you informational links, informational videos, brochures. Go through all of those. Go through the website. Go through any Reddit, student doctor network you can find. But you're going to want to know this school. It's important to really get to know the school because a lot of these medical school interviews are long. And a lot of that is them asking you if you have questions. You don't want to be asking questions that show you have not done your research on the school already, right? Don't be that person. I personally have a sheet that I've made that's pretty systematic, and I do this for every single school. And I'm going to share it right here with y'all so y'all can follow along with me. But I have 5 things that I look for to hit the bare minimum when I'm researching a school. The first thing that you want to look up and make sure that you understand well is the mission statement of the school. And I circle, underline, whatever words pop out at me in the first place, because I applied to this school because I felt that I actually did align with their mission. Number 2, I'm looking at the course structure. I want to know whether this school is pass-fail, whether they have letter grades, whether there is ranking. I want to know if this is a systems-based curriculum. I want to know all of that about the curriculum. Then I move on to the anatomy. I'm interested in if the students are looking at pro-sections, and pro-sections are when they actually dissect the cadavers for you, and then they show you, and you're able to look around at the already dissected organs and different parts of the human body. Or you can actually be doing the dissections yourself. Number 4 is where we get to the fun part. Yes, number 4, I want to know the perks. Why this school probably stood out to me in the first place. And that could be anything from the student-run clinics that they have that I'm interested in. Maybe it's they have a salsa dance team that I want to join, right? All of these are going to go down in the perks. And then after I finish with the perks, I moved on to the last number on the list, which is number 5. Why I want to go to the school. They want to know why you're sitting in front of them and why you chose to accept an interview at that school. This time, like the night before, this is when I take the time to take all of those reasons and condense them into a statement, into an idea flow that somebody else can follow, not just me. So yeah, that's how I prepare for my interviews the day before. Then I also make sure that I got my snacks. I make sure my coffee's all set. I got my water bottle. I always use this water bottle right here. Nice and clean looking. Yeah, I don't have to worry too much about what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the same thing to every interview, basically. It is what it is. And another thing, when you're preparing for your interviews, don't do that whole thing where like your business on the top, but then you ain't wearing no pants on the bottom. No, that's awkward because you never know when you have to get out for a moment. I also make sure that my phone has a full charge on it because a lot of times when my Wi-Fi isn't necessarily stable, I call into these Zoom meetings and these Zoom interviews so that I know that I won't get cut off because of a poor connection. This is typically how I go about it. Researching the school, getting all of the little logistics ready in terms of charging things, and getting some good rest. Because if you don't get good rest, if you didn't sleep enough, if you're overtired, you're gonna run into a lot of situations where you're just like, you know that feeling where like your brain is like searching for a word that you can't find? That happens a lot more when you don't get enough sleep. And you don't want to be in an interview being like, no. So just go, get your sleep, rest up, drink your water, be healthy. So when it comes to the morning of the interview, I'm going to walk y'all through this a little bit more tomorrow, right? The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to wake up all groggy. Y'all going to see me looking all crusty tomorrow, don't worry. Set all of my devices to do not disturb, and that's going to be my tablet, that's going to be my phone, that's going to be my computer. Everything goes on do not disturb. Some schools will put this in the email materials that they send you, that they want you to be there 15 minutes early. But even if they don't put this, I would suggest that that's a pretty good time, right? Because it has actually happened to me before that I get there like maybe 10 minutes before, 5 minutes before, and you go to start Zoom, and then Zoom wants to tell you something like, oh, you know, you gotta update this before we actually let you on Zoom. And it's like, yo, since when? But yo, it can happen. So that's why you want to be there early. Make sure that nothing is gonna catch you off guard, or you're not gonna run into any obstacles, because you never know. Day to day is different. You don't want all of your programs running in the background for like 17, 18 hours leading up to your interview, because that could be a recipe for disaster sometimes. So I really try to close out everything besides the Zoom interview that's going on. And this is so that my computer doesn't just get overwhelmed and decide to shut down on me while I'm in the middle of telling my life story. Now what I'm going to do is what I said I'm going to do. I'm going to go do my research, and I will see y'all tomorrow morning bright and early. Be ready. Have your coffee ready. Just kidding, it's just me. Stay tuned for this video. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm up. Hello everybody. Good morning. It is 8:30 in the morning, and I'm going to be getting ready. What else am I going to be doing? Making sure I eat breakfast. Luckily I made oatmeal yesterday. Alright, well, let me get started. Love you, and that's cute. I appreciate when we were great, and I like to think we were no mistake. Talk to me, 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 talk to me. I loved your hands and they love me too. Show me your hands, I'll cut them off of you. You don't love me fair, I wish I knew just how far we go. To me this isn't news. How far we come, why did I love you? I can't pull away, cause I'm into. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. I got my sandwich and I've got my coffee, and now I'm ready to go. So now I want to show you what my new setup looks like for interviews. This is the first time I'm trying it. We'll see if it works, fingers crossed, but let's take a look. So I've got a 75-foot Ethernet cable that's going all the way up here, and it just makes it to my laptop. Right, so that's what's going to happen here. I also got my ring light. Thank you, Juan, for this lovely Christmas gift. And then I also have my Bluetooth headphones connected, my water. I like to definitely face the window for some natural lighting, but of course it's a cloudy day out, so this is really coming in clutch with this ring light here. So this is the setup I got. I also stole a chair from the dining room area. This is gonna work. We're gonna speak good vibes into this experience. So now I'm gonna eat this lovely sandwich I got, and then I'm gonna start logging on, and I'll probably catch up with y'all during my first break. They usually give like 10-15 minute breaks here and there. So I'll see you soon. Wish me luck. I'm sorry, but let me know in the comments if you've ever seen a sandwich as beautiful as this. Like, wow. Listen, that's like one of my favorite delis because their bacon, egg, and cheese on a croissant is greasy, and so greasily delicious. And I just need that right now. I just need that. It's that type of day. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Bye bye. Hello, everybody. So I am on break right now. Typically, when they tell you that you have time to stretch your legs and drink your water, eat your food, whatever, take it and then come back because, you know, I need to get some oxygen flow into my brain. I don't want to sound stupid. You know how it goes. Yeah, but I only have a short break, so I'm going to get back into it. And I will see y'all most likely after the interview is done and we can chat a little more. Hello, everybody. The time is 5 p.m. and we are finished. So, now that the interview day is done, I can finally take off this jacket, get up, fix my back. Yeah, so that's how typically... Listen, it's dark outside now. It is dark. But this is what an interview day is like. This light is hurting my eyes. I need to just shut off all lights and lay down for a moment. But I will meet with y'all in a little bit when I'm all comfy and things like that. And we can kind of just talk about like how the day went and interview stuff. Okay, see you in a bit. Hello, I am back with the bags under my eyes and my forehead as greasy as that sandwich you saw this morning. But that's okay. I'm back because the show must go on and I love y'all. Yeah, so I want to talk to y'all a little bit about the things that you didn't see in this interview day. The first thing that I want to talk to y'all about is note-taking. Right? I always have something like this because when it comes time to actually decide on one of these schools, it may be the details that matter. You never know. Your school might not be giving you an admissions decision for 6 months, 4 months, 5 months. You never know. It happens. So you want to keep all those little details fresh. I usually take notes on the names of the different people that I meet throughout the day, anything that they said that really sticks out to me, that really resonates with me, what else? And then at the end of the day, I typically do a vibe check, right? And I'm just going over the overall vibe that I got from the school, what I thought about the people that I met, and the things that I heard, right? And that's usually like a sentence or two, like they want to tell you, hey, you, come here, right? You're going to impress us a little bit today, but we're going to impress you even more, right? So that's our whole goal. So allow yourself to be wooed and take notes. So the last tip that I'm going to give you is to be careful, right? I've been on a few interviews now where some people have brought up maybe some awkward questions. And this has happened especially when it's just been like interviewees talking to each other, which is pretty cool, honestly, because traditionally we would be on campus and we'd be maybe in a room somewhere and be able to get to know other interviewees and students in person, right, between interviews. But you know how everything moved virtual, so we're all in breakout rooms and a lot of times we don't have that time to interact. But there have been a few scenarios where we did have that little time to interact with each other, and some people asked some questionable questions. Let me just put it that way. Make the safe assumption that somebody is always watching, right? You don't ever want to say things in a Zoom meeting for an interview that you wouldn't say in front of the dean of that school. So what do I look for when I am on these little interview days? I'll tell you exactly what I look for. And I kind of found this out a little bit later. And I mentioned earlier doing a vibe check. This is crucial. When you run into that interviewer, it's just like almost all the students that you meet on the interview trail is just like, yeah, we would be good friends, and outside of the whole interview setting, we would vibe well together. So once I really experienced that for the first time, I knew exactly what I was looking for when I went on my following interviews. In these interview days, I'm searching for that vibe and whether or not I can actually be really happy. And what I mean by checking the vibes is not just of the the students who already go there. I'm checking the vibes of the administrators, the faculty members. I'm just kind of like, would I feel comfortable going to you? There, and I'm also looking at the interviewees that are interviewing next to me, right? If we get that time to talk, just get a vibe of who they're inviting for the interviews, who they want filling up these classes. Yeah, so just doing your vibe checks, write that on your little cheat sheet if you have to, but I think that this is something that's really important, and I wish I started checking for that sooner. So there you have it. I have dragged y'all through my interview preparation, a day in the life with me in this interview lifestyle we live in, and my reflection and what exactly I'm looking for in a medical school. And hopefully you're looking for something similar. If not, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you're looking for. Yeah, but I hope this video was helpful. If you're already a medical student, if you're already a doctor, drop a comment down below reminiscing on your interview days and how you knew your school was the one. I was just thinking, I'm like, I don't know if anybody's actually going to drop a comment. But you know, I'm going to throw it out there anyways. You're welcome to drop a comment. I am happy to make these videos for y'all. Let me know what you want to see next. And I need to go before I keep embarrassing myself. I need to go sleep. But again, thank you for joining me. It's me, 𝐈𝐓'𝐒, and I will see you next time.